friends, welcome back. My name is Sally and I'm a mixed media artist in Australia, and today we are going to set up my bullet journal for August. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to post this video, but I did create a poll in my community tab and it did get some votes from people who wanted to see this video. So as I did film the whole process, I thought I would upload it. So let me know if you want me to continue making bullet journal videos, because I'm more than happy to take you through the process. So basically the way I start, unless I have a specific theme in mind, for example, last year I did a whole Twin Peaks theme for the month, but mostly I just start with a font idea and a color scheme. What on earth was she getting up to in my jacket? I don't know. So because I had seen the Barbie movie very recently, and if you've been hanging out watching my videos, you would know that I'm kind of obsessed with it. It was so great. So it just made sense to me to just do a search for the Barbie font, grab some pink art supplies, and make that my August theme. So I grabbed the paint pen that came in the Upcrate art subscription box from 2 boxes ago, and I'll link that video up above for you so you can watch that if you like, and a couple of other pink art supplies. And after I had penciled in the lettering, just so I knew what was going to fit on the page and that there wasn't going to be any spelling mistakes, I just went in with my paint marker, some ink outlines, and then some marker around the lettering, and that was my first pages. Generally my setups are pretty similar. My bullet journal has evolved from last year. I've kind of streamlined it, and the great thing about bullet journals is you can just add what works for you, and some things you might want to add, like a lot of people do like habit trackers and things like that, but I'm all about to-do lists and task lists. If I can cross things off a list, that makes me feel very good, and the more places I have things written down, the more likely I am to complete the tasks that I have to do. So I have a to-do list, and then I have video ideas, which is also kind of like a to-do list. I have a brain dump page, which is also for ideas, and I also use my brain dump page to keep a list throughout the month of my monthly faves. So when I come to doing my monthly fave sketchbook, I can just refer back to that page, look at all the things that I was into, and choose from that list of what I'm going to illustrate. And then I have the watch list, which is all the TV shows and movies that I've watched for the month. Even the trash, I don't just put all the good stuff there, I put everything. My favorite spread, other than the moon spreads, is the playlist. And my playlist spread is not just everything that I've listened to for the month, but it's mostly just to keep track of the things that really resonated with me. I have a very emotional connection to music, so it's really cool to have like a record of the things that really were fitting like the vibe and the feelings that I was having at that particular moment in time. And this is what a playlist spread looks like when it's completed. I do have a video that I filmed of flipping through my bullet journal from January to June. So I will link that up above, and you'll see how it's sort of, my setups are very similar, and you can see like from month to month how they're similar and how they differ. So the playlist always is pretty much the same. And then I just go into my weekly spreads. Now I start my weeks on a Monday. That's just what makes sense to me. But again, like, it's your bullet journal. You can set it up however you wish. And I like to keep each week looking slightly different design wise, just so it's a bit more interesting to me and it sort of separates that. I don't think it would work for me if I had every page looking the same. And another great thing about your bullet journal is you can add in extra pages if you need to. So because I'm traveling for the first time in 4 years, thanks pandemonium, I'm adding in a page that's specifically for the travel that I'm doing. And we've got a lot of like moon events in August. We've got 2 full moons, a new moon. So there was a lot of those spreads to set up this month as well. And I generally just go in with my color palette, pop in my little design elements, and that's how we go. Now last year I was setting up my bullet journal week to week, but I was getting a bit overwhelmed and I sort of felt like I was always having to work in my bullet journal, like setting it up. And I do like to know what's happening in advance in my life so I can sort of plan things a little bit better. And so I've decided, here we made a mistake. That was supposed to be a C, not an E. But what you can do is just go in with some correction fluid or a white paint marker and just cover over that, so it's not a full disaster. But yeah, I find that if I have the entire month set up, then I can sort of relax a bit more, and I know that I'm not going to miss anything, because as soon as something comes up I can put it in and I don't have to wait for that week to roll around, if that makes sense. And so you can see here on the last week, there's only 4 days from the Monday till the end of the month. So I'll do the 4 days, and then for September, it'll start on the Friday and just be Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be the first week, and then it'll go straight into week 2 for the full 7 days. Then I add my 1 line a day, which is a little diary and reflections, and that's it for my spreads. So I use the Barbie font, not on every page, but enough so that it all sort of ties together as a whole setup. And then I just felt like it needed some more illustration elements in addition to the stars. Just using my black gel pen, and I feel like that made everything come together. So now that that's finished, let's have a flip through of the completed setup. Okay, so I'm going to do a full flip through of the August setup now. So we've got our quote page, which was just a quote from the Barbie movie, and I thought this is a great thing to take into the month because I've got a lot going on this month, and I believe that I'm going to have some of my best days ever. So I popped that there with the August in the Barbie font. Then we've got the calendar page, and I started to draw in some little illustrations as well. I just thought it needed something a little extra, so I've actually started to fill it in, obviously, because we're already into August. I went and saw this amazing Australian horror movie yesterday called Talk to Me. Highly recommend. My playlist is coming along nicely already. I've had a really great day in the studio today and I've listened to lots of cool music. And my moon pages, my full and new moon pages, are like a journaling page. And so I have these blank until a couple of days before the moon event. So this is where I just journal things, set intentions for or to release. So these are really cool pages, and I love filling those out every month. And then we've got our weekly spreads. I'm so excited about my trip to Vancouver. I've never been to Canada before and I'm going for my birthday. So if you have any recommendations, specifically like record stores or vegetarian spots, feel free to leave a comment because I would love to fill these 2 pages up with some cool like art galleries and things to check out. So let me know what's good. The Leo. Our full moon in Pisces towards the end of the month, and then I've just got my packing list. So I fly out at the end of the month and I just want to make sure that I've got charging cables and power adapters for Canada and just all those little things. So I'll fill that out and make sure that I've got everything that I need to take with me. And then my 1 line a day and reflections. So that's my August setup. I love my bullet journal, and let me know if you want to see more bullet journal videos because I'm quite happy to film the process and talk you through it. I have had one request for a font specific video, so let me get to work on that for you. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.